And we've got the rookie Christian Watson. He was terrific last week, racking up the receiving yards and reaching the end zone.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. Now here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 18 carries, 71 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season, because it was one of the greatest years for history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both second most in a season all time. Truly an MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl champs, and he capped it off in the Super Bowl himself as the MVP.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
They clearly wanted throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kareem Hunt.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And that one will bounce It's out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
Now Watson on 1st and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own.
Again.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And Hunt is not going to get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 4th down, Stafford.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson.
Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter.
And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. For this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he's got some space here. 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for them.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. This defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on third down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, from this drive, maybe. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Oh, what a move. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable able to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kareem Hunt, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it will be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Watson.